What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Beyond the Gray Media. This is Josh here, checking in on you out there in YouTube land. YouTube, I hope that you are staying cool. We are in the dog days of summer, July 17th. It is hot here in Eugene, Oregon. 100 degrees yesterday. It's sticky, it's slimy, it's humid. It's just everything that you love about summer, right? And that's why the film we're talking about tonight makes so much sense. So guys, friends, fiends, freaks, strap the hell in. We are talking about a film billed and described as old school American horror. Of course, we're talking about the mighty Hatchet from 2006, and I'm going to pretend like I've got it right here. I was digging through my DVDs. I could not find it. Of course, I'm going to have to buy that stupid Blu-ray that's out. That set, the Victor Crowley collection, which I think looks beautiful. I probably need it. Shame on me for not having something like that to display here tonight. But Hatchet is a film that doesn't mess around by just whispering sweet nothings into your ear for the love of golden age of slashers. Hatchet decides it's done with that shit. This is a love letter to the slasher genre. It screams slashers. It regurgitates it, it guts it, and it leaves it for dead in the goddamn Louisiana swamp. Hatchet is the real deal. Unlike half the polished CGI-infested garbage being pushed out at the time of 2006, Hatchet said, fuck that, man. We're doing this old school. We are going to bring the pain. We are going to bring the gore. So what's it about? Let's get into the plot. It starts in the French Quarter District of New Orleans, okay? And it's got the 4 B's. We're talking Mardi Gras. Boobs, beads, booze, and bad decisions. That's New Orleans in a nutshell. That's why you want to go there. That's why it's one of the best cities in the whole world. Oh, and this movie also has Tony Todd. Rest in peace. Okay? We got a group of partied out friends who are feeling it. They're feeling everything about partaking in the Crescent City has to offer. We got glassy eyes. We got bubble guts. We got raw dog in it. This film starts off gross. It starts off nasty. There's that dude that's got those big ass beers that I've had in the French Quarter right there on Canal Street on Bourbon. It just, you can feel this film. You can smell it. You can taste it. You got like all those sugary hurricanes. You got the hand grenade. You got everything that's cool. You got the tropical isle down there in the quarter. This film is so much New Orleans, so much Louisiana, so much swamp, and of course I'm gonna love it. My wife being from there, huge fan. But then we got our guy Ben, okay? And Ben, he's not feeling like partying in this film. He's fresh out of a breakup and he decides, hey man, let's go see some real Louisiana. Can we make some bad decisions on a swamp tour? Can we see some haunted plantations? How about a mausoleum, some above ground crypts, and the like? But first, we got to venture into one of my favorite stores in the greater New Orleans district, Dr. Rev's, or the Rev, whatever, Rev Zombie's House of Voodoo, the Marie Laveau shop, where you can get everything. I got a couple of stories about that I'm not proud of, but that's a video for another time, okay? This here is a film, man. This is a film that's made for genre fans. It's made for people that really like their horror to just be like straight to the point. They want it to have a couple of tropes. They want to make it feel like a love letter to the 80s, and that's what I love about Hatchet. Okay, we got our buddy Ben and Marcus, and they hop on this swamp tour. They're guided by this sketchy-ass operator with a silly and amateur cast of tourists. Your usual cannon fodder. You got the sleazy wannabe porn director, right? The 2 airheaded actresses, the kind of girls gone wild folks, if you will. We got the old married couple that's actually really fun. You know, they're in everything. Office Space, a bunch of cameos. Are they in Natural Born Killers? They're in like everything. Okay, and then you got the mysterious woman named Mary Beth who knows a little bit more than she's letting on. Everything's going fine. If fine means awkward vibes, gators in a boat that looks like it was slapped together with duct tape, and wishful fucking thinking. Things happen, and of course the tour gets stranded, and guess where they are? Right on Front Street, right there in the middle of Victor Crowley's turf. Who was Victor Crowley? Well, Victor Crowley was this dude, also called Hatchet Face, that Adam Green had heard at some summer camp or some folklore, some legend, something that you would whisper about around the bonfire. Victor Crowley has got a great backstory, and it's not that much unlike something like, you know, Cropsey from The Burning, a little bit of that Madman Mart. It's got a little bit of everything in Hatchet, and Victor Crowley's got a great little story, man. And that's really my only kind of nitpick about this film, besides some of the really bad tropes, some of the jokes that never quite land, right? Some of this kind of like really just I don't know, just kind of cheesy acting that has to be there to kind of move our story along in a way. I wish we got more of the Victor Crowley backstory. I wish we got to spend more time with him, because him as a character I think is really interesting. I think it's a great idea. Born deformed, raised in the swamp, accidentally axed in the face by his own panicked father, played by the great, the mighty Kane Hodder in the flashback sequences. So not only do you have Victor Crowley, this muscled up Hulk that's got this hatchet, man, like he's got these overalls and his face is all jacked up because he was hatcheted in the face by his father. He's played by Kane Hodder kind of twice, so you got him as the father and as Victor Crowley, and I think that's just chef's kiss, man. Give me Kane Hodder all day. Absolutely great. It's kind of like Frankenstein meets The Hills Have Eyes a little bit, right? You've got this kind of sad creature, this kind of forlorn character that's a lot like Jason Voorhees, right? Where people weren't paying attention. We got the local legend where kids want to pick on him. He was born deformed. He just wants to live with his dad out in the middle of this shack, and people are playing with fireworks and they catch him on fire. And let's not beat around the bloody bush. Victor Crowley is a fucking beast, played by Kane Hodder. Horror fans already worship him as one of their favorite Jasons from Friday the 13th, Part 7 through X. In Hatchet, Kane brings raw, animalistic fury. He's not just stomping around, he's ripping limbs, he's destroying skulls, he's tearing torsos in half like he's opening a soggy bag of corn. Not to leave anyone out, but we do get also a 7-minute opening scene with another part of horror royalty and Robert Englund swapping the green and red stripes for a flannel. One of the dirtiest, bloodiest flexes in this movie is the commitment to practical gore. That's what keeps the butts in the seats. We're talking latex, silicone, fake blood by the gallon, and kills that just feel meaty, kills that feel like you can smell them. It's mean, it's animalistic, and it's absolutely brutal. And really, that's for me, that's what hauls the mail for this film. That's what keeps this whole franchise together. All jokes aside, without the gore, this would be just kind of another seemingly straight-to-video slasher. I'm not trying to say that as a total bad thing, but when the tropes don't work in these films, they don't really work. Like, you'll have these bad characters. I mean, it just feels kind of cheap sometimes, but the Victor Crowley element, the blood and the gore, does make this feel really, really good. It's got crazy like visuals as well, the way that it like highlights the way people talk, the way that the camera kind of bounces in their conversations. I really, really like. I think it's shot really, really competently. I think that I hate saying that word, cinematography, but it's kind of nice to look at. It doesn't totally feel cheap like a straight-to-video. Not with the gore, not with all of the blood. It's made very, very well. The pacing is deliberate. Even just having the intro song from Mr. Manson come screaming to life with "Are you motherfuckers ready for the new shit?" Right? That makes it feel like this movie actually has a little bit of weight. It makes it feel like there's a little bit more meat on the bone. Like the studio actually kind of cared. These guys wanted to make a big time film. Getting Manson on the soundtrack was a big deal probably in 2006. There's this scene where Crowley just takes this dude's jaw completely up when he's stalking that woman and he's running her down, and he just grabs her by the front and he just pulls her entire face open and just drops her, dude. I mean, top fucking killer, man. That scene, it's not just some cheap, clean CGI. It's gritty, it's nasty effects work, and the horror hounds, man, it's exciting, man. Here's the thing, man. This wasn't Tom Savini doing the blood effects himself. This was led by John Carl Beckler, the dude who directed Friday the 13th Part 7. He also did effects for Ghoulies and Troll and From Beyond. Like, this is not just nobody. This is a dude that knew what he was doing. He knew his shit, and Hatchet, because of it, is a chainsaw love letter to gore and fans worldwide. Now look, I want to get real for a second. 2006 was a weird time for horror, okay? There wasn't films like Hatchet being made and just pushed out to the audience today. Like, we've got Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3 coming out in theaters unrated. Terrifier just completely took the world by storm, and I'm a fan, okay? I like Art the Clown. I think it's really, really fun. I'm a huge fan of Terrifier 1. I told a lot of people to watch it. I thought it was great. But you wouldn't have Terrifier, you wouldn't have Damien Leone's films if it wasn't something like Hatchet that came before it and just completely took over the gore, man. Adam Green just killed it with these films. Like, They are so gory. They're just exactly what horror fans needed at the time, and he couldn't get them out. He couldn't even release these things unrated. He had to keep cutting them, and even the DVD that I have in there, it might be unrated. You can't find these streaming unrated usually. It's a shame, man. It's just a real fucking shame. This was the time of like the PG-13 CGI ghost. There was tons of bad horror coming out. Now, I'm not saying the whole year was crap, but in 2006, man, there was nothing like Hatchet. Hatchet, you know, walked so Terrifier could run. And it's cliche and it's cheesy to say that, but I just kind of feel for Adam Green. I really need a new Hatchet film, so that, you know, I think that it was just the wrong place at the wrong time. And right now, that's where Art the Clown is just cleaning up, man. If you haven't seen it, what are you doing? Get out there. It's streaming on AMC Plus, I think. It's always on Amazon. It was on Peacock for a little while. Go check out Hatchet. Go check out Adam Green's other movies. He's got a new one coming out, I think, next month. Is it The Ascent or something, where it's like this European kind of shark survival movie, kind of like Frozen with the wolves, but with sharks. And then finally, if you're brand new here, welcome in. If you're a fan of Hatchet, do me a favor, man. Like, comment, talk some shit down there. I'll talk back to you. Subscribe, send it to a friend, send it to an enemy. Take real good care of yourselves, guys. I love you so much, and we're going to see you soon. Cheers.